Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 140 of Ronald's Reviews. And on today's episode, we've got another gift from Down Under and something shiny. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we are going to take a look at another gift from Down Under and something very, very shiny as well. Now, if you follow the channel closely, you'll know that in recent weeks, I've received so many gifts. It's been absolutely overwhelming. I've been completely taken back by people's generosity. But you will also remember that I was sent a twin pod cloud car by Matt over at Keep On Collecting. Matt is from Australia, and we've got an amazing Australian community in our group. We've got people like Usual Mike, we've got people like Ed5, we've got Jason O'Toole, we've got Matt and Andy over at Keep On Collecting, we've got people like Sci-Fi, but we've also got a guy called Marcus Cafolla. Now, me and Marcus talk fairly regularly. He follows the channel closely. And a couple of weeks ago, he told me that he had something that he would really like to send me. And again, after a little bit of back and forth, I explained that I would like to pay, but he wouldn't have any of it. He just wanted to send it as a gift, and a few days it arrived. So we're going to go take a look at what Marcus has sent us today, but we're also going to take a look at something very shiny. Intrigued? Come on, let's jump in and take a look. Okay, and here is what Marcus has sent us. So once again, let me just point out, look, almost 25 Australian dollars. It's so expensive. So again, thank you so much, Marcus, for sending this. I really do appreciate it. But just before I carry on, I want to give just a couple of apologies out. When I was going through our Aussie friends in the intro, I forgot to mention two people. So apologies to Scott Crusher and Ryan the Collector Kid. I have just subscribed to these two guys as well on YouTube. Lovely guys, awesome channels. Again, please be sure to check them out. All links will be in the description afterwards. So sorry, boys, I do apologise for that. Okay, so let's get into this. We'll see what Marcus has sent us. Oh, we've got a note, so let's get that first. Okay, and the note reads, "Hi Luke, hope this note finds you well." It does, Marcus, thank you. I've included a dodgy Luke Bespin. Okay, he has no arse. Right, alright. But he might display well from the front. I've also included his sabre and blaster. All the very best, Marcus. Oh, wow. Any Luke Bespin is always welcome, Marcus, so do not worry about that. That is a lovely note. That will be going into my box with all my other notes. Very important. Aha. Ah, okay. So, having no arse is now explained. Okay, so Marcus did tell me that he had a spare Boba Fett that he wanted to send, and he didn't believe that I had it in my collection. So let's just take a quick look at the Boba Fett. So that, I believe, is the Rebels Boba Fett that came in a 2-pack with a Stormtrooper. You know what? I don't have this version, and that is an awesome figure. Really accurate. So it's the Empire Strikes Back version. Can we just put that on? Empire Strikes Back version. As you can see, we've got the green gauntlets and the green jetpack as well. And we have also got his EE3 blaster there. That's awesome. But he has also thrown in a vintage Luke Bespin. Now, he said he was a bit of a beater and he's got no backside, as you can see. But again, I've said before, I can never ever have too many Boba Fetts or Luke Bespins. This guy is awesome, and he's even sent, look, we've got his sabre and we've got his blaster as well. So Marcus, please don't worry. That will look awesome on display from the front. You won't be able to see that, so that really doesn't matter. And you know what? I think there's something quite charming about that. At the end of the day, this guy's got a history. He's got a background to him. He's been in your collection, so he will be added to the Luke Bespin army. He will fit in fine. So let's get these guys fixed up. We'll take another look. And there we go. Now, if you know me, everybody, you will know that Boba Fett and Luke Bespin are two figures that I will never, ever, ever complain about having too many. So let's just take a quick look. Now, straight away, what struck me is, about this particular Boba Fett is, I could get his blaster in his hand properly. And if you look, something that I always struggle with Boba Fett's, I've even managed to get his fingers through the trigger hole and the handle and hold the blaster perfectly. Look at that, I even got his finger through the trigger. I'm never able to do that with Boba Fett figures. I always end up sort of bending the rifle and it all looks a bit awkward, but what an awesome figure that is. The sculpt looks amazing. And a lot of Boba Fett figures, the helmet always looks a bit odd, but I think they've got the shape just right on this one. It looks great. Rangefinder, we've got them Empire Strikes Back gauntlets in green. Same with the jetpack. And I've never had one of these, but I think that is a great sculpt. I really do love that. And he stands pretty well, which again, a lot of figures, usually you need a disc to stand them on because they just want to fall over. He's going to fall over. Now I've said that, look. No, he's okay. And then, of course, we've got Luke Bespin, which again, thank you, Mark, I had no idea that guy was coming. And again, don't worry about the fact that you've sort of classed him as a beta. Obviously, he's got some paint missing on his hands. And, of course, he's got no butt. But again, that doesn't bother me because he's got a backstory. He's been in your collection. He displays great from the front. And it's probably my favourite head sculpt, actually. That is my favourite with the pale yellow hair. And again, he will join the Luke Bespin army perfectly. He will fit in seamlessly. And I'll never lose him, I guess, will I? You know, because he's got no butt. But he is awesome. Thank you so much. I think when it comes to my my Luke Bespin collection, I'm going to start coming down the other side now. So you'll know that I've got him on the 3-tier plastic risers on the shelf. I'm actually going to start another collection of him coming down the other side. So he will start that nicely. So thank you so much, Marcus. I am so pleased with these. They will both take their rightful places on the Boba Fett shelf and in the Luke Bespin army. Yeah, thank you again, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go look at something shiny. And there we go. So as you can see, we have got a very shiny vac metalized Boba Fett. Now, I've got the vintage Boba Fett next to him just for comparison, but you will all recognise this figure, I dare say, and you will all recognise where it's come from as well. Now, we're very lucky in our community that we've got people like Michael French at Retro Blasting, Melinda as well, Tony at Analog Toys. These three people, I believe, were the mastermind behind Iconicon. I know there was other people involved as well, so thank you to everyone that's put this together. But in the last 2 years, we've been able to enjoy on YouTube an event called Iconicon, and this is various content creators coming together to create sort of almost an event over several days with so many shows for us all to enjoy. Now, this year, they all got their heads together with Chris Smith. Now, if that name sounds familiar, that's probably because it is. And Chris Smith is the guy behind Stan Solo Creations. And all these people got together this year to create a figure specifically for Iconicon. And this is the guy they came up with. Now, I am never going to complain about getting another version of a Boba Fett, but look at how beautiful this guy is. Vac metalized, shiny chrome finish, and he is awesome. Now, I've put the vintage one next to him just because I want to do a little bit of a comparison, but you'll see straight away, I don't know how well this is coming through on camera, guys, because it's very shiny and quite difficult to film, but you can see immediately that obviously the sculpt is based on the vintage figure, but there are various upgrades as well. So the one thing you'll notice straight away is we have got a movie accurate blaster, lovely chromed EE3 blaster. Now, he doesn't hold it so that he's able to point it forward, so you've got to put it in his hand like that, but I will never complain about a movie accurate blaster, because on the vintage version, as you'll see, we got the E11, which is a Stormtrooper blaster. So not movie accurate. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it all the same, but not movie accurate. But just the colours and the shiny chrome, the colours that they've used, this sort of electric pink on his gauntlets and on his T-visor, I just think is beautiful. And it just looks amazing. So I know I'm a bit behind with everyone else. Everyone else has shown these by now, but I don't mind that. But we've also got, which we didn't get on the vintage version, is we've got his cape just off the shoulder there, which I think looks amazing. Amazing colour as well. I love that colour. But you'll also notice that his helmet is slightly updated as well. So virtually the same sculpt, the same shape, but obviously we have got a rangefinder on there, whereas the rangefinder on the vintage one is sort of flat. But then, of course, the main difference is, look at that jetpack. I mean, when you actually spin it around on the vintage version, you can see it's molded into his back, and then we've just got that sort of rocket sticking out the top. But look at that jetpack. So accurate. All the colours look amazing. And the minute I saw these released, I just thought, oh, there goes his blaster. He does hold it fairly well, but I just knocked it there. But the minute I saw these released, I thought there is no way I am not having one of those. Now, when I went to buy it, I've got to admit, patience is not one of my strong points. When I went to buy it, I did want the carded version, but the carded versions were only up for pre-order at that point. They weren't showing us in stock, so I just weren't patient enough, and I bought the loose one because they were showing in stock. So Hopefully at some point I will add a carded version to my collection, but I just wanted to show this on camera because look at how beautiful that is. And I'm so pleased I managed to get one in my collection. So, yeah, bravo to Stan Solo, Chris Smith, amazing figure. And again, thank you to everyone involved in Iconicon, because not only do we get to enjoy these kind of events on YouTube now, but we get figures like this as well. So, yeah, absolutely amazing figure. And yeah, thank you to Chris Smith, but also thank you to people like Tony, Analog Toys, Melinda and Michael at Retro Blasting. I know there's other people involved as well for putting Iconicon together for us all to enjoy. It's an amazing event, and I am looking forward to next year as well. So, okay, let's get everything back on the table and we'll wrap up. And there we go, everyone. So again, I just want to give a big thank you to Marcus Caffola. Thank you, Marcus. I absolutely love my Boba Fett and Luke Bespin. Like I said earlier in the video, they will be taking their rightful places on the Boba Fett shelf and in the Luke Bespin army. Yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the effort you went to send those. So yeah, thank you again. And of course, again, if you like the Iconicon Boba Fett, check out Stan Solo Creations. I will leave a link to his website in the description below. And yeah, there we go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thank you for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.